Well, hey folks, welcome back to the farm. I know it's been a very long time since we've had a video out, and I guess the prompt for this video has been several messages we've received on the YouTube recently, and actually meeting people in and around town at some of the tractor shows we go to, and actually even several weeks ago Wilson and I were out shopping and a nice fellow met us in the parking lot wondering when in the world we're going to do another video. So making a concerted effort to make one now. Who knows if it'll get to the YouTubes, but if you're watching this, it did. If you're watching this, it's not because I put it up, but Wilson did the editing and posted it. So you can track it. Today's date is November 21, maybe. Friday, November 21, 2025. I'm going to try to give everybody an update on the farm and the family. Unless Wilson does magic when he's editing this, it's going to be a very discombobulated video, for which I apologize. But I feel the need and the responsibility, especially Mrs. Fink feels that way, to reach out to those of you faithful who have been wondering what in the world is going on. We're just busy getting used to all the children growing up and finding their own things to do and leaving mom and dad with more work. But it's not that bad. We still have Wilson at home. So, that's what we're going to try to provide some news for you in this video. Probably most of it will be filmed tomorrow because I hope Lydia will be here. We'll give an update on Lydia and her family. And Hank and George, who still lives here, but we never see him because he just sleeps and works. Wilson does live here and work here. He's my right-hand man. Well, he's putting the cows out right now. Let's see if we can go and watch that. So it's about, I'm sure, 9:30, 10 o'clock. The cows are heading out of the barn again to go up into the pasture for the day. Wilson has fed them silage in their wagon. They have a nice bale in their round feeder. Weather's pretty November-ish. Damp. A little bit muddy. Cool. Usually it's cloudy and dreary, but the sun is shining today, so hopefully everybody will be happy. The herd is doing well. Hopefully tomorrow Lydia will be able to give you the whole lowdown on that. Not sure how many cows we're milking now, but we're always within, between 40 and 50, because we can't really go any more than 50. And we just don't drop any less than 40. The dog thinks, hey Burford. His job is to chase the cows. He thinks he's the best cow dog ever. In reality, he has no idea what he's doing. But the cows are used to it. They tolerate him. Right there's a fresh springing heifer, of which we have quite a few. We need to bring into the barn. I'm not sure we have stalls for all of them, so we'll have to make room by culling a few out. So those of you who have been with the channel for at least a year have seen this old Maytag wringer washing machine that we use to wash our cow towels. What are cow towels? Well, they are these blue microfiber towels that we use to clean the cow's udders off, prepping them for milking. Some farmers use the blue towels, a lot of farmers use the paper towels, and then they throw them away, but I don't like the expense and I don't like the waste, so we go with the reusable washable towels. There's probably quite an expense with that too, since I wash them every day, but they last us a while. The microfibers do a very good job of taking dirt off their teeth. But anyhow, back to my washing machine, which I bought about a year or a year and a half ago. Trying to find the pan to put my towels in as I take them out. Anyhow, for 15 bucks, hold on a minute. It has proved to be an excellent washing machine. It gets the towels nice and clean. It's a tough old bugger. It does at least one load every single day, and it just plugs along. It takes some effort. It's not totally automatic like the one in the house, but I'll tell you, it does a whole lot better job than the one in the house. So of course, after the washerwoman, or man in my case, gets done wringing out the towels every day, we hang them up on the clothesline. At least in the summertime and on sunny days in the fall, it's getting to the point where they're not going to dry outside anymore, or they'll just freeze solid. So we go to plan B. We have baler twine strung in several sections throughout our living room, where it's always hot and dry, and we hang them up in there. And it works out well during the day because no one else is using it. So, win-win situation for a poor farmer. Okay, one of the other jobs that the old farmer has to do every day is go over to the duck house here, actually the woodshed. That's where the duck lives, and let the ducks out. The ducks are Laura's. Well, I mean, she enjoys them. They are not Laura's. The ducks were left here by Lydia after she got married, moved to an apartment, and it's very surprised to find out that most apartments do not let you keep ducks, so they stayed here. Well, anyway, I gotta let the ducks out so they can roam the yard all day and get their food. Hello, duck, duck! Let's get your food outside for you. Okay, finished with this job. That's pretty much the effect I was looking for. Grooming like this in the summertime is much more effective because, of course, in the summertime the sun is hot and the wind is blowing. And as soon as I smooth out the top of the driveway like this with the bucket, it's 2-3 hours and it's dry and hard, and I have a nicely paved driveway. Now the weather here is supposed to be mild for the next several days, so I doubt this will freeze solid. But if it did, I would also have a nice paved driveway. But I do what I can. At least it looks like I tried. Well, it has occurred to me that if you are watching this channel for the very first time, or if you've been watching the channel for years and years, but do not feel like going back and watching all the videos to get context, this update I'm trying to give you today is going to be kind of useless without that. So let me try to give you a very short version of the history of the farm, and at least try to explain somewhat the way we are doing things today. This farm first came into our family in the very early 1890s when my great-grandfather and I believe a few of his siblings came over from Germany, and they settled here. They didn't homestead it, they bought it. It already was a farm. And then they farmed it until, I'm guessing, right after World War II, when my grandparents took over. That would be my grandma Fink. It was my grandma Fink's father who was the first family member to buy this farm. And then my grandma Fink and her husband, my grandpa Fink, farmed this, I'm thinking probably from the end of World War II until my dad started farming it, probably after he graduated from high school in the early 1950s. He and my mom were married in the early 1960s and started having a family. I was born in 1966, number 3 of 5. And then when I graduated from high school, I gradually became the sibling to stick around and farm. Laura and I were married in 2003. We had 4 children who you are able to meet if you go back and watch all the old videos. And so we're farming now. It has been a dairy farm as far as I know from day one. Now I'm sure when my great-grandfather started farming, I'm not sure if he farmed dairy to earn a living or just had a few cows and sold the extra milk. We have receipts of his. I think the oldest ones I have date back to probably 1909, and he was selling milk, or at least cream, on a monthly basis. I think I actually have some receipts prior to 1900, some milk that he sold to the Hordes Creamery, which is in town. I guess I should tell you our farm is in Wisconsin, in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. I guess if you know anything about dairy in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, it is well known for the home of the Hordes Dairyman Farm and the Hordes Dairyman magazine, published here. Anyway, back to the farm. It's 120 acres. There was a brief stint in my childhood, probably 10 years, from early mid-1970s until the time that I graduated in 85, where we milked cows and goats, and then a few years only goats. Turned out to be a financial difficulty. The market for the goat milk went away. Anyhow, when I graduated high school, I bought a herd of Jerseys, and that's how we got Jerseys on the farm. Prior to that, my dad milked Guernseys, as did most other small farm in this area. very big Guernsey area. There are, hardly any small farms left in this area or any other area. If there are dairy farms around, they're very large, and we have large dairy farms in the area. We have a few small ones yet, but so our farm is 120 acres. We milk usually always between 40 and 50 cows. We can't go much bigger than 50 because of space. The barn, if we used every stall in the barn, we'd be able to hold 60 cows. Our biggest problem though is feed. We're always buying feed. We have only 60 tillable acres, so it's hard to grow enough feed on those acres for our cows. Our feeding program now and our cropping program now, and probably for the last 10, 15, 20 years, has been we do not grow any corn. We grow only grass, alfalfa, the forages. The rest of the farm that's not tillable and some tillable acres are in pasture. So we buy all of our corn. We buy our corn silage from my cousin who lives just a few miles away. In mid to late summer into mid-October, actually it lasts into November, we get corn silage, sweet corn silage from the cannery in Janesville. That is actually very affordable and very good food. So the cows do well on it. If now, during the course of this video, I introduce you to our children, I'll try to explain to you what they are doing now. Like I said before, Wilson, our youngest, is still home. You can go back and watch all the old videos and see them when they were yay high, especially Wilson. But anyhow, the building I am in right now is my workshop, our shop, which recently, let's say, has kind of morphed into a shop and a family meeting place. Our house is small, our family is growing, so anytime we want to entertain people for one reason or another, during the warmer months, we transform the shop into a place to set up tables and eat with the family and fellowship. It seems to work out well. To give you a little visual context of the farm history I just talked about, excuse me, I like old things, as you can probably see, but I have collected a few photos. Let me start at the oldest ones that I got. Photos of our farm and other local businesses and the dairy related things that interest me. Anyway, this is a picture of our farm dating from about 1900. Every building you see in that photo is still standing except for this chicken house right here. And then we go down to my grandma Fink. This was probably taken in the early 1960s, possibly. The goose she's holding was about to become New Year's dinner. And then this is a photo of at least the house, and this is the building I'm in right now. That was probably also early mid-1960s. One of my dad's Guernseys. Chickens, of course. A lamb that he had. We also had a few sheep when I was growing up, and then they had even more sheep before I even came around. My dad, prior to marriage, I believe. My dad is still doing well. He will turn 90 years old next month. He's living with my brother Kevin and his family. Anyhow, back to my grandma Fink. She was born in the bedroom that Laura and I use now. So family history here goes back quite a ways. And she was born in 1901. Some local things, of course, Jones Dairy Farm and their pork products. My mom worked there in their retail store when I was in high school. Well, of course, anybody who has been familiar with farming decades ago might remember Jamesway barn equipment and feed equipment. That was made here in Fort Atkinson. Prior to us getting goats, during my youth, and I said my dad milked Guernseys, our milk was shipped to the Golden Guernsey Dairy in Waukesha, along with, like I said, the milk from most other farms in this area. Anyway, back to the YouTube channel. If you have seen any of the videos over the past years, you will know that I was not the one filming. I may have made one or two, but the whole project was that of our younger children, our oldest son Hank and George. I think they made the first two videos. Hank decided he liked cameras and making videos, and he ran with it. So almost every video until recently, like the last year or three, was made by Hank, and then Wilson started making videos, but I've just kept him too busy. We have found another of our employees to update you on. This one is the mother of the herd. So, give us an update on yourself, Mother. What have you been doing for the past year since you've been off the YouTubes?
Working.
And what do you do for work? Why don't you just give us a snapshot of your normal day? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We won't go into Sunday since that one's even busier. No need to bore the people there. But
Well, currently I work 6:30 in the morning till 12:30 in the afternoon at NASCO.
that would be considered part-time?
That's still considered part-time, 30 hours a week. Because I no longer teach over at the school, no longer doing choir. A very nice young man from a local Baptist university is directing the choir this year, getting some experience, for which I'm thankful. So I bumped up my hours at NASCO, but currently teaching 3 afternoons a week, doing piano lessons for some people at church and some local friends in the area. Wednesdays afternoons I do not teach, and Friday afternoons I do not teach.
What do you do on those afternoons?
So, get some shopping done, come home. I don't know, these days I'm pretty lazy when I get home, actually. Getting old, losing some of my energy. But then I have chores to do, and with the loss of Lydia last year and
Yes, I was bemoaning the loss of the children.
George.
Not like we lost them, but
No.
certainly their help. All right. Yep. You just go ahead and do what you were called to do here. We're doing an update video for the program, for the channel here. And you folks watching this have been lucky enough that Kim has come to breed a cow for us tonight.
Just lending a hand.
Those of you new to the channel, this is my brother Kim. And because he's my brother, he is also an uncle to my children, all of them. So Kim, any updates in your life to share in the past year or so?
Past year, is that how far we're going?
Well, it's been a while since we published a video here.
Well, I
That's not my fault, but
went from selling beds to trying to distribute rest and peace with soul.
I'll explain that a little further. After how many years of building, selling, and managing mattress stores? How many?
22 years.
20?
I was building mattresses working managing for Verlo Mattress in Fort Atkinson, a job that I love. And in January, the pastor at our church had taken another calling. God led him away from us, and through a course of events, I was asked if I would pray about becoming pastor, and I did, and the people did, and God led. So as of June, I officially quit my mattress job, and I got the privilege of serving as a pastor.
Right, so Kim is now the pastor at the Bible Baptist Church of Utica. So if you want to see if he can preach as good as breeding cows, you can dial him up on the Facebook page on a Sunday morning and watch the live stream. Is that right?
That's true.
That's right.
Or YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway, puts us in a very unique position. How many of you farmers out there, when you need a cow bred, can call the pastor over? All right, well, it's still Friday evening, and Lydia's not going to be making it over here tonight, but I'm hoping early tomorrow morning she'll be here, because I believe she might try some hunting on the opening day of gun deer season. She's already gotten 2 of them with her bow and arrow, but she is still my herd manager, so she can give you an update on the cows. But we'll just make a quick walk through the manger and show you who we have. We have some brown ones and some black ones, some friendly ones. Well, they're all friendly. I guess we can't say we have any mean ones. Right, Dillweed? This is famous Pickles, who has made it down to Dairy Day at the museum for the past number of years. She is due to calve in a week or 2. Don't know what we're going to do when Pickles gets too old to travel. I told Lydia we're going to have to use another one of our jerseys with white markings and take her down there and call her Pickles. But Lydia's foursquare against any kind of public deception, so anyway, our town will be sad when Pickles has to retire one way or another. Right, ladies? That's right. Hello, Faith. There you go. We have some preaching we always do to faith. It's very biblical. Faith without works is dead. It's in the New Testament. So we quote that verse to Faith a lot, and she understands it and works hard. This is Violet. If you want to see Violet as a child, you have to go way back in the archives of our YouTube channel and watch one, oh, I can't remember the title of it, but it is one that I filmed actually. It was during a February rainstorm. Water music. Maybe it was titled that or something. Anyhow, Faith was just a young calf out in the pasture looking wet and miserable. There's Lydia's old favorite Jewel and Queen Esther, who is a triple A rated cow, but she is not willing to get bred, so her time may be running short unless she changes her ways. Bella, another one of our springing heifers. She is due in a week or two. If she was in the show ring at the fair, they would say she's a bit over-conditioned. But my idea of any Jersey cow is that they should be fat cows. Yes. So I think she's just fine. And here we have Annie. She's also due in a week or two. She's a triple A cow. This is Stormy. She had her, let me see, probably her third or fourth calf last Sunday. A nice, energetic heifer calf, a good eater. Stormy's doing pretty well, right, Stormy? Stormy? That's our good girl. Say hi to all our friends.
Alright, Dad, you can talk to me.
Okay, we've been given permission by Mom to talk to Hank.
I'm done asking my questions.
Hank does not live here, Hank does not work here, but since this is Friday night pizza night, Hank always comes back home. So this would be a...
You're misrepresenting here because Hank is
Oh, did I say
often.
something wrong?
Hank is
No,
Hank's, often than just on
Hank's here on Wednesday, on Friday, on Sunday, and there's another day of the week you sometimes come by. Would that be it?
Occasionally after bowling.
After
on
bowling?
Mondays.
Hank is, among other things, a professional bowler now.
Not a professional bowler.
How have you been doing, Hank?
And just
Well,
in
let me
general,
explain
or-
to you. This is our annual update of the YouTube, and since in days past Hank used to be the YouTuber on this channel.
Yes, and people still express how they
Yes. So those of you who have been with the channel for the past decades know Hank the best because he's the one who is filming and talking to you. So, all right, Hank, what are you doing now?
I am standing.
No. In your life, when you go to work every day, where do you go to work and what do you do?
I go to work at a company called Advantage Acoustical. We install acoustical tile ceilings, and I work in the office. This is a guy in my church that I work for who owns
Actually,
the business.
Lydia's
Lydia's
father-in-law.
father-in-law. Yeah, that too.
I haven't had the chance to interview Lydia yet, so...
So Lydia's father-in-law, I work for him. He owns an acoustical tile ceiling business called Advantage Acoustical, and I work there as a delivery manager. You know, we have one guy doing delivery, so I'm not running this giant, corporation or whatever, but I'm a delivery manager. I take care of us getting tools back to and back from job sites with our guy that runs the truck, and I set up material delivery orders, get all the stuff with vendors lined up for materials getting delivered to job sites and all that sort of thing. So, and I work everything in the shop with as far as like sending material out, bringing material back in, and organizing it and all that. So
Right.
that's work.
So let me see. You live in Lake Mills,
I live in Lake Mills.
and you go to work every day in Madison.
I go to work every day in Madison. That is correct.
And from your shop in Madison, how far away are your jobs? Or can they be? How far away from your work can they be?
The farthest I've had to go was Jackson, Wisconsin, which was, well, let me backtrack. When I first started working for Tom in January, our shop was in Oregon, Wisconsin, which is about 10 minutes south of Madison. So at that point, our farthest job that I've ever gone to was in Jackson, Wisconsin, which was an hour and 45-minute drive from there. Oh, we did have a job in Viroqua that was like 2 hours. And we've had some jobs in Richland Center, that's an hour and a half. Mount Pleasant's about an hour and a half. We've got one coming up now that's in Cedarburg. That's probably an hour 40. So we do a lot of Milwaukee area type stuff. We do a lot of Madison area. Probably not so much Madison area, but it seems. I spend most of my time getting stuff over to Milwaukee than over to Madison.
All right, but no North Dakota.
No North Dakota.
Okay.
I would say, for the sake of some of the people who are more local, that maybe you should share some of the bigger projects in this area that Advantage Acoustical has been or is going to be involved in.
www.advantageacoustical.com will show you all of that.
Yeah, we'll show you
I
all
told
of
you
that.
Hank was an efficiency
He
expert.
is. He doesn't talk much. Well, the sports complex, the Woodman Sports Complex in
Yes.
Janesville.
Janesville, we did the Woodson Sports Complex. We're doing the Kickham and Soy Sauce Factory.
Right.
Going up in Jefferson. We're doing the ceilings in there. And
you were down at UW Whitewater doing some stuff.
did some stuff at UW Whitewater. We're doing, we did a big project at UW Granger Hall for Madison.
Oh yeah.
Where we put a bid out for an enormous project at the engineering building at UW, which I don't know if we're gonna get that job or not. But we've done some things.
Done some big
See,
things.
this kind of work is totally foreign to me because when they go put a bid out for a job, they actually know what it's going to cost them and they know what profit margin they want to bid into it
Usually.
and everything else.
We try.
Unlike farmers where we do everything and sell the product and then 6 weeks later we know what we might be getting paid for it.
Yeah.
But you know, it takes all kinds to make the world go around. Well, anyhow, thank you for talking with us tonight, Hank. It's very much appreciated by the channel.
It was a pleasure. It was my pleasure.
All right, we closed out the interview too soon, Hank. Yes, you go to work and work for 8 hours a day at Advantage Acoustical, but on Saturdays, you still like to play with your camera and your drone.
Here, there, yep.
And so, what jobs do you do with that?
I currently am working on a lot of senior photos for friends of mine. I shouldn't say a lot, a few. that I'm
Since they're
doing.
friends, that's not really making money, is it? Or do they?
It
do
is.
Your friends actually pay you?
Their
Isn't that awesome?
parents pay me, but yes.
Oh, their parents do. Yeah, of course.
But I do that. I've done some weddings also for friends of mine. I've done some real estate for a realtor I know here in Fort Atkinson. But I also did a promo video for a company called 51 Trailer Sales. That's a guy in our church who runs that business. I did a promo video that got put on the gas pumps at my favorite gas station, Quick Trip.
Yeah, Fink
All
lives
over.
for Quick Trip.
So watch
Yep.
for the
So
51
if
trailer.
you are frequent at Quick Trip in this area, there's an ad running on the gas pumps as well as in store on the TVs. Actually, I've seen it a few times for 51 Trailer Sales.
Yeah, so even if you don't want to buy a trailer, don't mute it or look away because
That's right.
that's Hank's work.
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
All right,
yes,
thank
I
you.
do that,
Thank
yep.
you for the additional information, Hank.
The Bills last night. They beat them on Thursday Night Football.
Hey, boys,
Texans
wanna
beat the Bills.
Back up in the light for me just for a minute.
What's going on?
I'm filming for the YouTubes, George. I thought I was done for the night, but look who just wandered into the barn. Not only have we seen Hank, but now we get to see George.
Yeah.
George, pull the hood back. Show. All right, give us the update on your life, George. What do you do for work?
I'm a carpenter.
George is a carpenter.
I install cabinets and countertops in Madison. I've been doing it for about a year now. I enjoy it, but I'm also looking to expand my...
George wants to build houses.
George wants
Not
to do a lot of
just
things.
countertops.
George wants to do a lot of things.
What else do you want to do, George?
I'd love to be a trucker. I think it'd be cool to be a farmer, a crop or beef farmer.
No, why not a dairy farm?
Dairy would be all right, but it'd have to be a big operation.
Why big?
I don't know. I like the production side of things.
How about that? George also likes a day off every now and then, so that doesn't fit in with the small dairy farm's business plan.
I know I do a lot of things. I would like building houses would be cool. It's just I don't know if I'd rather do it. I'd like to do it for a passion. I think it'd be cool to build my own house, but as a job, I don't know.
Well, you'll probably, in this day and age, you'll probably have to build your own house,
Yeah.
or you won't be able to afford a place to live.
For real.
You have to build your own plot of land too.
Other than that, I think a cattle hauler would be pretty cool.
Skyblock.
I
A
just
bull
have to-
shipper. George
bull
wants
shipper.
to be a bull shipper.
Yep. Big rig. I don't know. I mean, having like a fifth wheel on a 3500 would be pretty cool too, but I think a
Don't need a
semi-
fifth wheel.
I think a semi would be pretty cool.
Wow.
Cattle trailers usually aren't fifth.
Thanks for stopping by to visit with us. What would you like to be when you grow up, Wilson?
You've got 5 minutes of film time left.
Yeah, that's why he's asking the question, so you better answer.
Probably stay here, I think.
Yeah, Wilson's the last man standing.
Well, it's because I get 119 acres of land and a house.
Wilson
So-
wants to be a good, godly husband when he grows up.
Well, so does George.
So does George. Yes, indeed.
Well, it's the next day and I'm out in the heifer pasture here, waiting for daughter Lydia to show up so I can get an update from her. The only child of ours who has not yet appeared on this video, but she's up in the woods hunting. And she will not be back until after dark, so I figured I'd come out here and see all of the springing heifers we've got waiting to come into the barn. Specifically her Ayrshire heifer, Lazy Daisy May, because I know people have expressed interest in her, wondering how she's doing. She is pregnant. She's not due within the next couple of months, but I believe it's in the spring sometime. I gotta try to find her. Shouldn't be hard. She's the only one who's a different color from all of these other ones. Well, there she is. Off to my left. We'll walk through this group first. All of them seem very uninterested in coming to greet me. I guess that's a good thing. Right, ladies? Everybody's resting today. Nobody wants to get up and say hi. Is that right, Eloise? Hello? Hello, Charlie. Alright, let's go find Lazy Daisy May, who's also lying down being Lazy Daisy. Here's Lazy Daisy May. Come on over here, Lazy Daisy May. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. That's a good girl. Obviously, the other coloreds lack the personality of a Jersey, but she's doing the best she can. The black one up here is Buttons. She was just bred, several weeks ago. Hello, Buttons. How's the hay tasting today? Pretty good. Well, isn't this a treat, folks? Look who came to the barn. It's my daughter, Lydia. All right, Lydia. We've been waiting for you to finish this video. For those of you who don't know, Lydia is my herd manager. Every time we call the preacher out to breed a cow, we have to call or text Lydia and say, Lydia, who do we breed this cow to? Because she is mating them, trying to improve the herd so her dad gets rich. How's it going with that, Lydia?
I don't know. I haven't had a lot of my bred and owned calf in yet.
Very good. I was going to ask you about bred and owned. Explain to the viewers what we mean by that.
Bred and owned is basically you bred the animal. And it's your mating, like the calf is your mating as opposed to buying it. Because like if you buy a cow and then you choose the mating and then she has that calf is your bred and owned, but the cow is not.
Okay, so since you have been actively seeking to improve cows and register them and make your dad rich, do you have any bred and owned cows milking in the herd right now? I know we talked about this
Two.
earlier, a couple weeks ago, but I can't remember.
Grace is one, but she calved in with a bum quarter, so she's not a good example. But out of the same sire, I have Sage. And Sage I like.
Yeah, and her dad likes Sage too. Yeah, we have had a couple of bums.
She's bigger than her mom.
We have some very nice looking
She's
springing
improved on-
heifers out in the pasture though.
She's improved on size. A little bit. I like her udder for a first calf heifer. She's got a nice frame.
Okay. So how has the calving been this year?
A ton of heifers.
Ton of
Very,
heifers.
very few bull
I
calves.
would say it's 90% or
A lot, yeah.
more, right?
I mean, I've sold like 11 or 14 heifers. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
This year, and we still have way too many heifers.
And I'm still telling Lydia, get some heifers sold.
So-
They're eating me out of house and home, and I don't have stalls.
But we have eight
We have culls.
eight heifers
we need to get rid
due
of.
within the next 5 months, something like
Yes.
that. We have 4 due in December. My
No.
Ayrshire is pregnant.
Right, and I was just
for-
going to say, folks are going to be asking about your Ayrshire, Lazy Daisy,
Daisy
May.
May is pregnant.
I did go out in the pasture and filmed her earlier, but she's due when?
May, maybe?
Okay.
Spring sometime, I think.
Well, in the interest of not making this video any longer, anything else with the herd that we need to... No, it's been a good year. We've had a lot of heifers,
Lot of
and
heifers.
it has helped the income selling some because milk price is flat and getting even flatter.
But dairy heifer prices and beef prices are high, so.
They are, and we're kind of in a transition right now because of, I don't know, things, importing beef, the threat of importing beef that scared the traders, and now beef futures have fallen, not drastically, but they've fallen for no reason that I can tell. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, one other thing. When is Lydia due?
Lydia's due end of January.
Can you believe that, folks? Lydia and Paul are going to make me a grandpa. All right, Lydia is due end of January, and her name is
Audrey Ann.
Audrey Ann with an E.
Yep.
So, yep, everybody's already buying stuff, getting all excited about Audrey Ann coming on the scene. My tractor shed is stuffed full of baby toys and a stroller, which Lydia does not have room for at home, apparently. But anyway, good things, good things. Thank you for talking with me, Lydia.
Yep.
And I guess this should be the end of the video. You want to thank the people for their interest and for watching, and we hope to see them soon. Can you say that, Lydia?
Thank you everyone for your interest in watching our family's farm. And we hope to see you soon.
Okay.
I don't know who's gonna make all the videos, but
I'm not sure either. But. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Not sure when that is, but hopefully soon.